In the distant reaches of the galaxy, humanity has been conquered, reduced to a mere shadow of its former self. Earth, once vibrant with diverse cultures, now lies stripped of its heritage, forced into labor under the iron grip of a coalition of alien empires. To the galactic elite, humanity is a defeated, inconsequential species, useful only for menial work. History books across star systems paint Earth's people as weak, adaptable but servile, and unworthy of remembrance. The Earth that once held warriors, philosophers, and a spirit of unbreakable resolve is now seen as nothing but a faint memory. Yet, in the darkest corners of the galaxy, a lone alien collector sees things differently. Unlike his peers, he isn't content to ignore Earth's past. He's a renegade, an outsider to his own kind, with a keen eye for rare artifacts and an insatiable curiosity for forgotten stories. Over the years, he's amassed relics and records of cultures lost to time, Earth's among them. His collection overflows with strange, ancient artifacts, from texts and symbols that once defined human history to weapons that tell tales of honor and sacrifice. Among these treasures, one tradition catches his interest above all: the way of the samurai. Ancient, enigmatic, and rigidly disciplined, the samurai were more than just warriors. They embodied a philosophy that valued loyalty, honor, and courage above all. In this alien collector's hands lies a collection of katana replicas, manuscripts, armor designs, and extensive records of samurai training techniques. He studies them with fascination, delving deep into what made these warriors stand apart from others. The allure of their code, the Bushido, the way of the warrior, captivates him. One day, his curiosity pushes him to take a bold step. He begins a search, seeking descendants of those who once carried this legacy. Humans are easy to overlook in the galaxy, but there are some, scattered across colonies and outposts, who can trace their lineage back to Earth's ancient samurai. Quietly and carefully, he finds them, individuals with a latent potential they've never understood. They are workers, mechanics, and low-level technicians, blissfully unaware of their heritage. Under his guidance, these individuals begin their training. Day by day, they learn to embrace the way of their ancestors, to reclaim a piece of Earth's forgotten strength. They train rigorously, mastering ancient techniques of swordplay, agility, and discipline. The collector provides them with state-of-the-art gear, integrating their training with the most advanced technologies he can acquire. Neural-linked armor enhances their reflexes, custom katanas are reinforced with materials capable of cutting through alien metals, and cloaking devices allow them to vanish and reappear in an instant. Yet, for all the technological advancements, it is the principles of Bushido that set them apart. The descendants learn of a way of life their ancestors honored, a life where duty and discipline meant more than survival. They come to understand the weight of loyalty and the importance of fearlessness. Each day, their training pushes them beyond physical limitations, instilling in them a sense of purpose they had never known. In this, they begin to embrace what it means to be samurai, rekindling the spirit that their ancestors upheld centuries before. With time, these modern samurai grow into a formidable force, each one as precise as they are silent, as honorable as they are unyielding. They're not many in number, but they are united by a legacy that transcends their current reality. The collector watches their transformation with a sense of satisfaction, knowing that he has helped revive something priceless, something the galaxy could never understand. Then comes the day they all knew was inevitable. Rumors begin to spread. A coalition of galactic forces is on its way to Earth, seeing it as little more than a stepping stone for further expansion. The aliens, confident in their superiority, dismiss any potential resistance as laughable, fully expecting an easy victory. Earth's inhabitants are powerless to resist such an invasion, and so the coalition marches forward, prepared to establish dominion over yet another planet. But this time, Earth will not go quietly. The collector gathers the newly trained samurai. With gravity in his voice, he shares the news of the incoming forces. Their planet, their heritage, everything they have reclaimed and fought for is about to be challenged. The samurai, now honed and disciplined, are silent as they listen, each one of them feeling the weight of the coming battle. They understand their duty, they know what is expected of them. Without fanfare, they prepare. Each one dons their armor, the neural links pulsing faintly as they come online. Their katanas hum with energy, weapons that blend both ancient skill and futuristic craftsmanship. They are a symbol of humanity's resilience and adaptability, a testament to the unbreakable spirit that no conqueror could erase. And with that, they set out, ready to defend the legacy that has been rekindled within them. As they march into the shadows, ready to face an enemy that sees them as nothing more than relics, they embody a promise, a vow to prove that humanity's spirit cannot be crushed, that Earth's honor will be defended. The galaxy may have forgotten what humanity once was, but it is about to learn anew. And as the samurai prepare to meet their foe, there is only silence. Their movements are precise, their intentions clear. They are samurai, bound by honor, strengthened by tradition, and ready to show the galaxy what it truly means to fight for something greater than oneself. The alien fleets arrive in Earth's orbit with an air of superiority, massive ships hovering like storm clouds over humanity's cities. To the Galactic Armies, this is merely another routine mission, a minor expansion of their empire that will hardly be worth recording in their archives. Earth is already considered conquered in spirit, and they expect nothing more than scattered resistance, if any. Commanders aboard these ships discuss their tactical approach to Earth with detached amusement. Their forces are prepared, armored with advanced weapons and shields, and they have every reason to believe that this will be nothing more than a quick show of force. Upon landing, the aliens march with precision, a wall of metallic exoskeletons and plasma weaponry. Human civilians, unarmed and untrained, cower before the alien army. The commanders issue curt orders, corralling any potential resistors into designated zones. Their technology disables communication networks, blocking any calls for help or coordination. To the galactic commanders, Earth is little more than a planet to claim, a dull conquest on the list of countless victories. The human spirit is a relic to them, and they fail to see any value in it. But just as the aliens settle into their routine invasion, a disturbance breaks out on the outskirts of the landing zones. Alien soldiers stationed near rural areas begin to go missing, their reports abruptly cut off. Patrol units dispatched to investigate encounter not disorganized civilians, but swift, unseen attackers who vanish as quickly as they strike. They move with such precision and silence that the alien soldiers hardly register the threat before they fall. Fragments of alien technology and remnants of armor are found in these areas, but the attackers remain an enigma. Word spreads among the alien forces of an unusual human resistance. Soldiers speak of shadows moving in the forests, of metal flashing and then disappearing in the blink of an eye. The alien commanders initially dismiss these reports, attributing them to human desperation and exaggerated fear. But as the losses mount, they realize that something else is at play, something they hadn't anticipated. Alien scouts report glimpses of humans, but they are unlike any they have encountered before. They move with a grace and discipline that seem inconceivable for a species they had deemed so primitive. Then comes the first true encounter. A group of samurai warriors, clad in neural-linked armor and wielding technologically enhanced katanas, confronts a patrol unit in open combat. The alien soldiers, armed with plasma rifles and force shields, open fire, expecting the battle to end in seconds. But the samurai are more than prepared. With movements honed by both ancient tradition and modern technology, they weave through the barrage, deflecting shots with precision and closing the distance with unnerving speed. The first strike is silent but powerful. A blade slices through the alien exoskeleton as if it were nothing more than paper. The aliens barely have time to react before more strikes land, each one calculated and effective. They try to rally, but their training is no match for the coordination of the samurai, who fight with an understanding of honor, duty, and purpose that the alien soldiers cannot comprehend. The skirmish ends quickly, leaving no survivors among the alien forces, but the message is clear. Humanity has warriors who will not back down, warriors who fight for something deeper than survival. In the aftermath, alien commanders scramble to understand what they are facing. They review the recordings and data from the encounter, examining every detail of the samurai's movements and tactics. To them, it is baffling. These humans should not be capable of such precision, such mastery over themselves and their surroundings. The technology they wield is a mystery, the training they exhibit beyond any human data on record. The commanders, driven by arrogance and a refusal to see humanity as anything but weak, send larger, more advanced units in an attempt to crush this resistance. But the samurai are ready. They strike again, ambushing the reinforcements with perfect timing, utilizing both the natural terrain and their own mastery of stealth and strategy. Their neural-linked armor gives them reflexes that rival even the aliens' own enhancements, and their katanas, sharpened and refined with alien metals, can slice through most armor with ease. Every strike, every movement, is executed with purpose, each warrior drawing on a legacy that spans centuries. This isn't just a battle for territory, it's a battle to reclaim humanity's honor, to show the galaxy that Earth's people are more than just forgotten relics. Alien soldiers begin to feel a creeping sense of fear, something they have never associated with humans. They start whispering about Earth's ghosts, tales of warriors who emerge from shadows only to disappear, leaving nothing but destruction in their wake. Rumors circulate among the ranks of an elite force that fights with an almost supernatural skill, a force that embodies something beyond mere survival instincts. The alien commanders, stubborn and dismissive, refuse to acknowledge the growing fear among their troops, insisting that these Earth warriors are just a temporary nuisance. But the samurai continue, undeterred by the odds stacked against them. They wear the alien forces down with calculated strikes, slipping past their defenses and targeting key supply lines and command posts. The aliens, who had initially expected a swift victory, find themselves struggling against an enemy they do not understand. It becomes clear that this is no ordinary resistance. These samurai fight with a purpose and cohesion that defy the alien commander's expectations. Each encounter leaves the aliens more uncertain, more wary of this strange force that moves with a discipline and power they cannot replicate. The alien forces, now weary and frustrated, escalate their tactics, deploying specialized units and advanced weaponry in a desperate attempt to stamp out the resistance. Yet, no matter what strategies they employ, the samurai adapt, using their knowledge of the land and their ancient training to stay one step ahead. To the aliens, it feels as though they are fighting not against humans, but against an ideal, something that cannot be destroyed, something that defies their understanding of conquest. By now, the entire galactic invasion force is aware of the samurai. No longer are these warriors seen as mere humans. They are something greater, something the galaxy had not anticipated. They are the embodiment of humanity's spirit, a force that refuses to be subdued. The alien commanders, realizing that their troops are becoming demoralized, hold secret discussions, considering options they had never thought they would need against humans. And in these hushed conversations, for the first time, they begin to acknowledge the one thing they have avoided since the invasion began. The humans of Earth are fighting not for survival, but for honor. As the alien forces rally, sending in their finest soldiers and deploying new strategies to counter Earth's mysterious warriors, the samurai prepare for what they know will be an escalation. The galactic commanders are determined to eradicate this resistance, and they bring in specialists, elite units trained in the most advanced forms of combat, armed with high-energy plasma cannons, reinforced exoskeletons, and anti-stealth detection systems. Their mission is clear: root out the samurai, crush them, and end this threat once and for all. The samurai, however, remain undaunted. They've trained for this moment, honing not only their bodies but their minds and spirits. They operate in small, highly coordinated teams, their movements precise and synchronized. Each member knows the other's role, and their strategies blend ancient warfare principles with cutting-edge tactics. They move through dense forests, urban ruins, and underground tunnels, adapting seamlessly to their surroundings. This isn't a war fought with brute strength alone, it's a battle of intellect, honor, and resilience. When the elite alien units make their first push, the samurai are ready. They wait in silence, hidden within the landscape, their armor and weapons blending seamlessly with the shadows. As the aliens advance, they encounter resistance unlike anything they've seen before. The samurai appear out of nowhere, their strikes swift and deadly, each movement calculated and precise. Even against the specialized alien units, the samurai stand their ground, exploiting every weakness they observe. They don't waste energy, instead conserving each movement, each swing of their katanas with the finesse of masters who know the value of discipline. The alien commanders begin to grow frustrated. Their troops are highly trained, yet they find themselves outmaneuvered at every turn. Despite their technological superiority, they can't match the samurai's unity and tactical skill. The aliens try to track them, employing heat sensors, motion detectors, and other advanced technologies, but the samurai evade them with a skill honed through years of rigorous training. They utilize the terrain to their advantage, knowing every tree, every hill, every shadow, using Earth itself as an ally in their fight. In a particularly intense confrontation, the samurai employ psychological tactics, instilling fear among the alien ranks. The aliens, who pride themselves on fearlessness, find themselves unnerved by these silent warriors who seem to appear and disappear without warning. At key locations, the samurai leave behind symbols of their culture, marks of the samurai clan, ancient Japanese characters, and tokens of honor that the aliens can't decipher. These symbols serve as warnings to the alien soldiers, reminders that they are up against something they do not understand, something far deeper than a mere human resistance. The alien troops, already disoriented by the samurai's tactics, start to question their mission. Rumors circulate among the ranks of Earth's ghost warriors, who fight with an almost supernatural resolve. The alien commanders attempt to control the growing fear, imposing stricter orders and threatening punishment, but it only serves to deepen the unrest. For the first time in their campaign, the Galactic forces experience the kind of morale breakdown they once believed could only happen to lesser species. The samurai, meanwhile, remain resolute. They take no pleasure in the fear they instill. They are warriors of honor, fighting for something beyond personal survival. Each time they engage with the enemy, they do so with purpose and respect, understanding that their mission isn't simply about driving back invaders but about preserving Earth's heritage. Every battle is fought with the knowledge that they represent not just themselves but the legacy of the samurai, a tradition that spans centuries. In one of the most intense battles yet, a team of samurai faces off against an elite alien squad in a close-quarters confrontation. Plasma bolts light up the surroundings, but the samurai move with agility, deflecting shots with their blades and dodging strikes with precision. They close in, using their katanas to slice through the alien exoskeletons with ease. The clash is brutal, but it is also brief. The samurai's discipline and skill make quick work of the alien unit. It's clear that, while outnumbered, they possess a unity and a sense of purpose that the aliens cannot match. The alien commanders, witnessing these defeats, come to a sobering realization. Their technology, their brute force, their tactical superiority mean little in the face of an enemy so committed, so grounded in something intangible yet unbreakable. They begin to see that these humans, these samurai, embody more than physical power. They possess a strength rooted in history, in a code that guides their every action. And for the first time, the alien leaders understand the weight of what they're facing. The samurai are not simply warriors. They are defenders of a heritage, of a legacy that will not yield to the likes of them. Out of desperation, the aliens launch an all-out assault, deploying their most advanced weaponry and overwhelming numbers in a final attempt to crush the samurai. They descend upon the last human strongholds with relentless force, confident that no amount of honor or spirit could withstand the full might of their army. But the samurai, even when cornered, remain unbroken. They draw upon every lesson they have learned, every value instilled in them, and face the onslaught without fear. Their resistance becomes a rallying point for the human civilians who, inspired by the bravery and resilience of the samurai, begin to resist in their own ways. The samurai have sparked something in humanity, a realization that they are not powerless, that they carry within them a legacy of strength and resilience. As the alien commanders witness the unity and defiance growing among the humans, they start to comprehend the depth of what they're fighting against. Earth isn't simply a planet to conquer, it is a home to a spirit that refuses to be dominated. The galactic forces, worn down and disheartened, find themselves on the defensive. The samurai, though outnumbered, have turned the tide, proving that honor, discipline, and the willingness to fight for something greater than oneself can be more powerful than any weapon. The alien commanders, stripped of their arrogance, now recognize that they have underestimated Earth's people, that they've misunderstood what it means to stand against a force that fights not just for survival, but for identity. This isn't just a battle anymore, it's a declaration that humanity will not be silenced, that its heritage will live on regardless of the odds. The aliens retreat, no longer seeing Earth as a mere conquest, but as a place with a spirit they cannot suppress. And as they pull back, the galaxy comes to understand that the humans of Earth, led by these last descendants of the samurai, have redefined what it means to resist, showing that true might lies not in technology or numbers, but in the unwavering resolve to defend one's home and legacy. The final confrontation arrives as the alien commanders deploy every resource they have left, knowing that their pride and dominance in the galaxy are now on the line. No longer underestimating the samurai, they gather their remaining elite forces and unleash their most sophisticated weapons, determined to crush the human resistance once and for all. Their strategy is one of overwhelming force. They concentrate their efforts on rooting out the samurai with relentless intensity, each attack more brutal and calculated than the last. The galaxy watches, expecting this to be the end, convinced that no remnant of Earth's old ways could withstand such a relentless assault. The samurai, undeterred, stand ready. They know that the coming battle will demand everything they have. For them, this moment isn't just a fight for survival, it's a testament to everything they've learned, everything they stand for. Each warrior carries the legacy of the samurai on their shoulders, knowing that their every action represents humanity's honor. As they prepare, a deep calm settles over them. They have faced death before, this time, they are prepared to face it together. The battle begins, and the alien forces attack with overwhelming precision, their artillery lighting up the surroundings as they press forward. Yet the samurai, unified and disciplined, meet them with the same unwavering resolve that has defined every one of their encounters. They move in harmony, each warrior in sync with the others, anticipating one another's moves as they navigate the chaos. Despite the advanced weaponry arrayed against them, they weave through the onslaught, using every skill they've mastered, every ounce of their training. The alien soldiers, despite their preparation, are unable to match this level of cohesion. For every attack the alien forces mount, the samurai counter with swift, calculated strikes. The aliens, despite their advanced armor and weapons, find themselves outmaneuvered by the relentless, almost rhythmic precision of the samurai. In the midst of the battle, the alien commanders begin to see what they couldn't before, that the samurai fight as one, their purpose bound together by a code that runs deeper than survival. For the samurai, every clash of blades, every block, and every strike is an expression of a legacy that cannot be erased. As the battle rages, the aliens grow frustrated, launching increasingly desperate strikes in their attempt to overpower the samurai. Yet, the more they push, the clearer it becomes that brute force alone will not break these warriors. The samurai's neural-linked armor and adaptive tactics allow them to endure, but it's their unyielding spirit that carries them through. They refuse to falter, each one embodying the resilience and pride of Earth's warrior traditions. For the samurai, surrender is not an option. They know that their honor and the future of their people are at stake. In the heat of battle, the samurai push forward, their strikes gaining momentum as they break through the alien lines. Alien soldiers, already wary of these ghost-like fighters, begin to retreat under the relentless force of the samurai's advance. The samurai press on, their every move measured and deliberate, as they drive the alien forces back, reclaiming ground inch by inch. The aliens, faced with a resistance that defies all reason, begin to understand that Earth's people are unlike any they've encountered in the galaxy. Seeing their troops falter, the alien commanders, in a last-ditch effort, confront the samurai directly. They bring forth their elite fighters, the most experienced and ruthless soldiers in their ranks, equipped with advanced weaponry and reinforced armor designed specifically to counter the samurai's tactics. But even as the samurai face this final onslaught, they do not waver. Each warrior, though battered and bruised, channels every ounce of their strength, determined to honor their ancestors and defend their legacy. The battle is brutal, intense, every strike and parry a test of endurance and willpower. The samurai engage the alien commanders with the same relentless focus, their movements fluid, their precision unmatched. The alien leaders, skilled as they are, find themselves unable to keep pace with the samurai's mastery, their rigid formations unable to withstand the adaptability and resilience of Earth's warriors. Despite their technology, their strength, the aliens find themselves outmatched by a force they can't fully understand, a force grounded not in individual might but in unity, honor, and an unwavering sense of purpose. In one final, climactic clash, the alien commanders realize the futility of their efforts. The samurai, though fewer in number, have outlasted them, outmaneuvered them, and proven that Earth's spirit cannot be conquered. Recognizing the depth of what they're facing, the alien leaders, for the first time, experience something they never expected to feel in battle: respect. They finally see humanity not as a primitive species but as a force of resilience and honor, something they can no longer dismiss. Slowly, the alien forces begin to withdraw, their pride bruised, their confidence shattered. Earth, which they once saw as nothing more than an afterthought, is now known throughout the galaxy as a place of unbreakable warriors. The samurai, victorious yet humble, watch as the last of the alien ships depart, knowing that they have done more than just defend their home. They have reclaimed humanity's legacy, showing the galaxy that Earth's strength lies in its heritage, its unity, and its indomitable spirit. In the days that follow, word spreads across human settlements and beyond of the samurai's victory. The people of Earth, inspired by these warriors, find renewed pride in their history, in the traditions that had been nearly forgotten. Humanity's honor, once suppressed, is reborn, and Earth stands as a symbol of strength, of resilience, and of the enduring power of heritage. The galaxy now knows that humanity is a force to be reckoned with, a species that will not bow, will not surrender, and will always rise to defend its own. And as the samurai return to their people, they carry with them the knowledge that their fight was not just for Earth, but for something far greater. They have proven that the samurai spirit lives on, unbroken and eternal, a legacy that will continue to inspire and guide humanity for generations to come.